you went with your father to learn how to fish. So it's kind of apprenticeship or mentorship. Your elders would teach you about the story, the sacred story of your people, so you can know who you are, where you came from, who are your forefathers and what did they do, so they can enhance your self-esteem. You learn a lot of things about how we believe in nature, how we know that God imbued the entire nature. We know how to pray God, we know how to love God, and also we learn from the community how to behave, to be productive individual, and to be kind and loving individual among our community and also with other community. So we, by nature, this is the system that we use to educate our youth and our children. So I think that mentorship, I would like it to see more and more. I would like it to see this such program to expand on the continent, because it would, I think, make better sense to have that paired with classic education that is really like pens and papers and books, but also we have that ability to connect. And that's why our forefathers had that oral culture. We transmit culture through speaking to each other. So mentorship create that opportunity for that special relationship, and I think it's really great because young people can submit themselves and surrender to an elder who has mastered a domain will definitely gain more speaking and seeing them work and practicing themselves with trial and error, rather than just learn from a book that has no life to it, except whatever it's written. You cannot really challenge much of a book, but you can ask the questions about why is my mentor saying that. Maybe she can share with you some kind of life experience she had that made her get to that conclusion.
Okay, briefly, ma'am. Today's theme is on being bold for change. What is it about women? What is it about change? I want you to elaborate on it.
Yes, the narrative of being bold, it's really, again, I'm very keen on always making reference to traditional culture. Those are language that we didn't really have to use. Don't forget, we're using a foreign language to communicate with each other. We're using English or French or Portuguese. So in languages, it is fundamental to describe your state of mind and how you understand how the world works. So when we say being bold, in a traditional language, I don't even know the reference to that in Lingala. What does that mean? Because in our sense, we didn't have to assess ourselves as women and being bold. Just being a woman was bold enough. Just being a man was bold enough. So because we grew up in a sense where every individual is the custodian of a life that is precious, that is God-given. So you have to come out there and basically accept that you have a mission to accomplish, you have a destiny. And your peers and your elders, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, they recognize your character in you as they see you and observe you grow. And they recognize your talents also and can guide you so you can also develop them. You can become stronger and stronger at what you are good at. So being bold is, again, something that when you are living in an individualistic society, yes, you almost have to play elbow because it's either me or you. We really didn't have that. So that's why I encourage us to always take a look back, to include in our analysis for the project of our future, for the project of our nation, to include something very important, fundamental, of the way we conceptualize life, the way we conceptualize our society. What would be the society you would want your children to grow up in? You want them to grow up in a society where he has to fight with 50 people in order to get this job? Or you want him to be in a society where he can say, oh, these 50 people are my brothers and sisters. How about we create something together? So this is my mindset as far as, that statement.
A quick one. Are women really their own enemy?
Well, they have become their own enemies because, again, we live in a paradigm that is not ours. We have adopted a paradigm that is foreign by the force of things, because of our history, because we have had contact with others that made us feel like ours was not good enough, so we were not good enough. So therefore, instead of women being fostering solidarity as we used to do before, because to live in a community, in a compound with women, you had to have solidarity. You had to support each other. When a woman is pregnant, she cannot work the field like she used to. So her sisters, her neighbors, they have to now help her. So they would not be antagonistic, but they would be protagonistic, meaning they're going to see in what way I can help you and you can help me. And thank you, we still see that a lot in our communities. We still have that ingrained in who we are, which means that when somebody's family has suffered a great loss, you really see usually the whole neighborhood will mobilize. So it's there. So those biases are the ones that we have to still use and reinforce, because the communitarism, even in big city, it can work. When we know that I'm my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, and she likewise is mine, then we can have more confidence, and we don't have to see each other as a threat. And we can see each other as helper and keepers of each other. So that's what I prone, because I think that those values are the values of our ancestors, and that's why I'm here today, and I'm a queen, a traditional queen, and I want to promote those values, because they are still there, but we can reinforce them. We can take pride in them, and we can just apply them as much as we can, and we can go back to our grandmothers and go back to our grandfathers and speak to them and say, Grandpa, tell me a little bit about your life. How it used to be? What do you know about how to deal with this challenge? Grandma, I'm having this challenge with this and that. What would you do? These are the custodians of our culture. They are the custodians of our values. So please, that's what I say. Don't think that we have to look to the West for the best. We have been here for 300,000 years at least. So I think our ancestors knew something about what life is.
Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
I love Ghana. Ghanaians are very welcoming. They have shown me such a great hospitality. I have very few words to express my gratitude, except for thank you. And I will come again. I will come again.
We hope to see you soon.
Yes, please come to the All Africa Media Dialogue. It's going to be organized on the 25th of April. It's going to be in the conference center. And there will be women coming from different places of the world, because this is also something I advocate for. I said it earlier, walk alone, you can go fast, but walk together, you're going to go far. And it's time that Africa also realized that, yes, there are African institutions, but also the Africans themselves as civil society have to take initiative to meet each other. We cannot just say, our leaders go ahead and go meet each other in some summit conferences, and they leave there and yeah, we did a good job, but the people really don't feel connected. So that's why as a person, I'm not a politician. I'm not in my capacity of some big head of state. I'm in my capacity of ambassador of my people of Bakwa Indu, and I come to meet other people of other clans, and I say, hey, how are you? Who are you? I'm this, and I get introduced, and we can now say, oh, I know, I have family in Congo. I have a mother in Congo. I have a grandmother in Congo, because I'm a grandmother. So, okay.
So thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.